Protection Society Mission Vatsala scheme is a plan to help achieve goals related to development and protection of children that are in line with the Sustainable Development Goals. It focuses on child rights.
Welcome to Hornbilltv. This is your anchor, Krizan Yosolo. First, the headlines. 5 people have been arrested in connection with an alleged gang rape of a woman at a hotel in Uttar Pradesh, Agra, police officials said on Sunday. The Ministry of Home Affairs on November 13th extended ban on 10 Métis extremist organizations under UAPA for another 5 years. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak sacked country's Interior Minister Sila Braverman, the BBC reported, as reshuffle of the top team of ministers is underway. An attack, according to the Israeli military, killed a senior Hamas leader who was holding almost 1,000 people, including patients, as hostages in Gaza hospital. Now for the news in details. 5 people have been arrested in connection with an alleged gang rape of a woman at a hotel in Uttar Pradesh, Agra, police officials said on Sunday. Police say they received a call from the victim late Saturday night, following which they rushed to the homestay and took action against the accused. On Saturday night, Tajganj police received a call that in a rich homestay, a woman here had been raped and was assaulted. According to the complaint filed by the victim, a case has been filed under relevant sections. Archana Singh, Assistant Commissioner of Police, Agra Sardar, said on Sunday. Agra police say that 5 people, including 1 woman, have been arrested after the incident was reported. Police say that the victim was an employee of the hotel. A viral video shows the victim being assaulted by a group of men. 4 men and women have been arrested after the incident. The medical examination of the victim will be done and legal action is being taken in the case. Archana Singh, Assistant Commissioner of Police, Agra Sardar, the police said that a case under rape, assault and other relevant sections of the Indian Penal Code has been registered in the matter. Further investigation is underway.
अरे गेट खोल पहले गेट खोलो
देखो सब लोग मुझे टॉर्चर कर रहे हैं सब लोग मैंने को मेरा सिर फटा हुआ है मेरे को बचा लो देखो आपके सामने मैं नहीं हूँ मुझे मत बताओ मैं नहीं हूँ आपके सामने कमरे में आई हूँ मैं आपके सामने कमरे में से आ रही हूँ मुझे बाहर जीतू 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 रिया
कल थाना ताजगंज पुलिस को सूचना मिली थी कि बसई चौकी क्षेत्र के रिच होम स्टे में एक महिला के साथ दुष्कर्म व मारपीट की घटना हुई है। उक्त घटना का संज्ञान लेते हुए पीड़िता की तहरीर के आधार पर दुष्कर्म, मारपीट व अन्य सुसंगत धाराओं में अभियोग पंजीकृत किया गया है। घटना में शामिल 5 अभियुक्त, जिसमें 4 पुरुष व 1 महिला है, गिरफ्तार कर लिया गया है। पीड़िता का मेडिकल परीक्षण कराया जा रहा है। विधिक कार्रवाई अमल।
The Ministry of Home Affairs on November 13th extended ban on 10 Métis extremist organization under UAPA for another 5 years. The MHA notification said that the organizations have their professed aim, establishment and of an independent nation by secession of Manipur from India through armed struggle and to incite indigenous people of Manipur for such secession. According to the notification, the groups which were declared banned for 5 years were People's Liberation Army, generally known as PLA, and its political wing, the Revolutionary People's Front, the United National Liberation Front, and its armed wing, Manipur People's Army, the People's Revolutionary Party of Kanglai Pak, and its armed wing, Red Army, the Kanglai Pak Communist Party, and its armed wing called the Red Army, the Kanglai Yaul Kanba Loop, the Coordination Committee, and the Alliance for Socialist Unity Kanglai Pak. The PLA, UNLF, PRE, PAK, KCP, KYKL were declared banned by the MHA under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act 1967, 37th of 1967. Years ago, and the latest action extends the ban by 5 years. The declaration as outlawed of the other organization is fresh. In its notification, the MHA said the central government is of the opinion that if there is no immediate curb and control of the Meitei extremist organizations, they will take the opportunity to mobilize their cadres for escalating their secessionist, subversive, terrorist and violent activities. It stated the groups will propagate anti-national activities in collusion with forces inimical of sovereignty and integrity of India, indulge in killings of civilians and targeting of the police and security force personnel, procure and induct illegal arms and ammunition from across the international border and extort and collect huge funds from public for their unlawful activities. We'll now take a short break. We'll be back with more news.
The common symptoms of sexually transmitted infections are painful or frequent urination, rash, itch, or sores around the mouth or genitals, unusual discharge. Remember, you can have an STI and not know it.
डर मत, टाइगर है ना, ब्लैक टाइगर सीमेंट।
Welcome back. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak sacked country's Interior Minister Sila Braverman. The BBC reported as reshuffle of the top team of ministers is underway. This comes as pressure mounted on Rishi Sunak to sack Sila Braverman after she was accused of stoking tensions ahead of Armistice Day violence. Sila Braverman had last week defied Rishi Sunak by publishing an article attacking the police handling of a march that took place on Saturday. She was criticized for inflaming tensions and encouraging right-wing protesters to take to the streets of London, putting Rishi Sunak under pressure to take action. In a highly unusual attack on the police, last week, Sila Braverman said London's police force was ignoring law-breaking by pro-Palestinian mobs, describing demonstrators calling for a ceasefire in Gaza as hate marchers. Our brave police officers deserve the thanks of every decent citizen for their professionalism in the face of violence and aggression from protesters and counter-protesters in London yesterday. That multiple officers were injured during their duty in an outreach, she said in a statement following far-right violence during the protest over the weekend. In a major cabinet reshuffle, UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has appointed former Prime Minister David Cameron as the new Foreign Secretary. According to Downing Street, the unexpected appointment of the former PM comes after Sila was fired as Home Secretary and James Cleverly was appointed to replace her, leaving the top job open at the Foreign Office, Sky News reported. Notably, Cameron is not an elected member of the UK Parliament and his appointment is endorsed by the Sunak government in a major cabinet reshuffle following a controversy that broke out after the Indian-origin Foreign Secretary wrote a controversial piece. She is considered as divisive figure who drew anger for accusing police of being too lenient with pro-Palestinian protesters. According to a statement released by the Sunak's office, King Charles had approved a seat for Cameron in Britain's upper chamber, the House of Lords. Cameron's appointment, who served as UK Prime Minister from 2010 to 2016, came as a surprise to seasoned politics watchers. It's rare for a non-lawmaker to take a senior government post, and it has been decades since a former Prime Minister held a cabinet job. The government said Cameron will be appointed to Parliament's unelected upper chamber, the House of Lords. The last Foreign Secretary to serve in the Lords rather than the elected House of Commons was Peter Carrington, who was part of Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher's government in the 1980s. It marks the return to government of a leader brought down by Britain's decision to leave the European Union. Cameron called the 2016 EU membership referendum confident the country would vote to stay in the bloc. He resigned the day after voters opted to leave. Sunak was a strong backer of the winning Leave side in the referendum. A tragic road accident claimed life of a minor Berenga on the outskirts of Silchar on Monday morning. A speeding Tata Punch vehicle bearing registration number AS11Y5778 rammed a Class 9 student with the driver in an inebriated state. Local residents informed that both this minor along with his sister were going for their coaching classes when the youth driving this car rammed the minor boy. Immediately, local residents called up an ambulance and sent the body of the minor to Silchar Medical College and Hospital, but declared dead on arrival. The minor boy, identified as one Kabul Hussein Barbuya, belonged to a BPL class family where his father was a daily wage earner, informed local residents.
নির্যাতিত গরিব পরিবারের দুইটা তারা টিউশন থেকে যাওয়ার পথে ওইদিকে টিউশন যাওয়ার পথে ওই গাড়ি চালক যেটা পার্থক্যদর্শীর যেটা কথা শুনছি আমি আইছি একটু পরে দৌড়িয়া হে মানে মাদক্ত অবস্থা তার লগে মদর বোতলও আছে তার ব্যাগের মধ্যে আরো মদর বোতল আসলো যেটা তার গাড়িতে আমরা মালিকের সন্দেহ দিচ্ছি মানে তার ভাই রিকভারি করছি এবং তার কাছে আমার ইন্টারভিউ আছে আমি এরপরে জিজ্ঞাসলাম দেখা গেছে মানুষটা মদ খাই লিছে হে ওই তাইও দিশাহারা হয়ে গেছে এমত অবস্থায় মারি দিছে অ্যাক্সিডেন্ট করছে যাই হোক অ্যাক্সিডেন্টটার তো অ্যাক্সিডেন্ট হিসাবে ধরিয়া নিতে যাবো কিন্তু অবৈধ ড্রাইভিং করছে এটা একটা প্রশ্ন চিহ্ন আমার কাছে যে গাড়ি চালকের গাড়ি চালাইতো কিন্তু এই নেশাগ্রস্ত অবস্থা আজকে যে পরিবারের যে বাচ্চাটা মরছে এটা এই মার একটা ছেলে এই মা বাবার একমাত্র ছেলে সন্তান এই ছেলে সন্তানটা আজকে অকাল মৃত্যু হইল আর এই যে মৃত্যুর পিছনে রাস্তারে আমরা দোষী কেনে যখন বাদ্রি ব্রিজ হয়েছে এটা একটা ন্যাশনাল লিঙ্ক ব্রিজ হয়েছে ন্যাশনাল লিঙ্ক হওয়ার লগে লগে যেমন মণিপুরের লগে লিঙ্ক হয়েছে এখানে পেট্রোলের স্টেগার্ড আছে যেটা এখান থেকে আইওসির স্টেগার্ড থেকে যে বিকালে পেট্রোল গাড়ি আয় পেট্রোলের যে ট্যাঙ্কার এই রাস্তা দিয়া
An attack, according to the Israeli military, killed a senior Hamas leader who was holding almost 1,000 people, including patients, as hostages in Gaza hospital. IDF aircraft just struck Ahmed Siam, responsible for holding approximately 1,000 Gazan residents and patient hostages at the Rantisi hospital and preventing their evacuation southward. Siam was a commander in Hamas' Nasser Radwan company and is another example of Hamas using civilians in Gaza as human shields for terrorist purposes. The tweet read, "The Israel-Hamas war broke out on October 7, 2023 after the militant group launched surprise attack on the Jewish state, killing 1,400 people and taking over 200 hostages. Due to continuous Israeli bombardment and raids, the death toll on Palestinian side is now nearing the 10,000 mark. As the UN and Arab states continue to urge for a ceasefire, Israel has stated that will not be pausing or calling a truce until it completes its goal of eliminating Hamas or until Hamas frees all hostages, whichever comes first. We'll now take a short break. We'll be back with more news.
It only takes one prick of a needle to save lives. Get tested for HIV.
घर जल प्रतिरोधक सीमेंट से नहीं बना तो पड़ेगा रोना। पानी घुसने से कंक्रीट कमजोर हो जाए। स्टार वेदर शीट सीमेंट खराब मौसम में घर वेदर प्रूफ बनाए। स्टार वेदर शीट जल प्रतिरोधक सीमेंट वेदर प्रूफ घर।
डर मत, टाइगर है ना, ब्लैक टाइगर सीमेंट।
घर जल प्रतिरोधक सीमेंट से नहीं बना तो पड़ेगा रोना। पानी घुसने से कंक्रीट कमजोर हो जाए। स्टार वेदर शीट सीमेंट खराब मौसम में घर वेदर प्रूफ बनाए। स्टार वेदर शीट जल प्रतिरोधक सीमेंट वेदर प्रूफ घर।
डर मत, टाइगर है ना, ब्लैक टाइगर सीमेंट।
Welcome back. In a tragic incident, at least 9 people were killed and 11 others sustained injury after a massive fire erupted at a chemical godown in Telangana. According to the police, the incident occurred at Bazar Ghat under the limits of Nampally police station in Hyderabad. They further stated that as many as 21 people have been rescued so far. Meanwhile, Union Minister G. Kishan Reddy visited the apartment complex godown fire site to take stock of the situation. The fire spread from the vehicle mechanic garage to the nearest apartment due to the presence of chemical drums and diesel in the garage, they said. DCP Venkateshwar Rao, Central Zone, Hyderabad, said that the incident happened when the repair work of a car was going on in the godown on the ground floor. The spark spread to the chemical barrel kept in the godown and caused fire. Within no time, the fire engulfed other floors of the building and caused 6 deaths, he added. Meanwhile, upon receiving the information, fire tenders were rushed to the spot and the blaze was brought under control, he further added.
కెమికల్స్ అన్నీ కూడా ఈ ఫైబర్ బాడీస్ చేసేదానికి వాడేటటువంటి కెమికల్స్. అందులో కొన్ని థిన్నర్స్ ఇట్లా కూడా ఉంటాయి, ఇన్ఫ్లేమబుల్ కెమికల్స్ కూడా ఉంటాయి. కాజ్ అంటే ఎట్లా స్పార్క్ వచ్చింది అనేది మాకు తెలియదు. ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి వాచ్మెన్ వాళ్ళు చెప్పేది ఈ పటాకా నుంచి వచ్చిందని చెప్తున్నారు. బట్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఈజ్, ఇన్సిడెంట్లో మొత్తం అపార్ట్మెంట్స్ని ఖాళీ చేయించడం జరిగింది. దాంట్లో ఫైర్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ వాళ్ళు 21 పీపుల్ని స్మోక్ మంటలు వచ్చిన తర్వాత రెస్క్యూ చేసినారు. టోటల్ 9 పీపుల్ చనిపోయినారని చెప్తున్నారు. 7 నేమ్స్ అయితే మనకున్న, మిగతా డీటెయిల్స్ రాలేదు.
Addressing an election rally in Munjeli in Paul-bound Chhattisgarh ahead of the second phase of voting scheduled on November 17th, PM Modi said that the bugle of the end of Congress, bad governance, is being sounded. The countdown of the Congress Bidai has now begun. The time has come for the farewell of those Congress leaders who have looted you for 5 years. The public of the state is more eager for the Bidai of Congress from the state. The public doesn't want Congress anymore, the Prime Minister said. The Prime Minister launched an all-out attack on the Chhattisgarh CM Bhupesh Baghel, accusing him of rampant corruption. When the Congress government was formed in Chhattisgarh, there was an agreement for the post of Chief Minister for 2.5 years. But in the first 2.5 years, the Chief Minister looted so much and committed so much corruption that he accumulated a huge amount of looted money, he said.
छत्तीसगढ़ में कांग्रेस सरकार के जाने का काउंटडाउन शुरू हो चुका है। कांग्रेस के जिन नेताओं ने आपको 5 साल लूटा है, उनकी विदाई का समय आ गया है। और आज पूरा देश देख रहा है कि छत्तीसगढ़ में कांग्रेस की विदाई की कमान किसने संभाली है? मोदी नहीं, ये आप लोगों ने संभाली है, छत्तीसगढ़ के लोगों ने संभाली है। आप छत्तीसगढ़ के मेरे आदिवासी भाई बहन, मेरे गरीब भाई बहन, मेरे पिछड़े भाई बहन, कांग्रेस की विदाई के लिए सबसे ज्यादा आतुर है। छत्तीसगढ़ के नौजवान, किसान, यहां की माताएं, यहां की बहनें कांग्रेस की विदाई के लिए एक मुस्त होकर के मैदान में उतरे हैं। खासकर महिलाओं ने ठान लिया है कि उन्हें कांग्रेस अब एक पल के लिए भी नहीं चाहिए। नहीं चाहिए, नहीं चाहिए, नहीं चाहिए, नहीं चाहिए। और कांग्रेस भी ये समझ गई है कि अब चला चली की बेला है। चला चली की बेला है। अब कांग्रेस सरकार कुछ दिन का ही खेला है। और इसलिए वो आपको झूठ पर झूठ, झूठ पर झूठ, झूठ पर झूठ बोले जा रहे हैं। आपने कांग्रेस ने के हर असत्य को हराने की शुरुआत पहले ही कर दी है। जब
That's all we have for this bulletin. Thank you for watching Hornbill TV.
Protection Society Mission Vatsala scheme is a plan to help achieve goals related to development and